Hello guys. Today we are going to talk about again the who's the leader. Who there is no doubt is the Falcon 40B instruct, and today we are going to look into the structure and the basic principles that are used for building the Falcon 40B. So here, as you can see that on the LLM leaderboard side, we have our new leader as the Falcon 40B instruct. Now when we just click on it, we have the multiple options. As you can see that it is just build fine tune on a mixture of a base. Base is basically a data set that has been generated by the chat GPT for the 100k conversations with itself, and we have the alpaca data set also that is being built in the base. After that we have the interactive the Falcon chat interface. So in that one we can basically try the our Falcon chat. So here they just provided some sample questions, so just try with them only. So I'm trying, hey Falcon, any recommendations for my holidays in Abu Dhabi? Let's see. Of course there are many amazing things to do in Abu Dhabi, and yep, it's quite good. And if we are asking him what is 2 plus 4, let's see. Yeah, what is the meaning of life? So here you can see that it is not able to recognize it. Let's try what is yeah here. So there are some limitations on the Falcon chat, but yeah, we can see. So let's start with the architecture of the Falcon. So here, let's see why there is a need for the Falcon. So as you can see that the GPT 3.5 and the GPT 4 are the closed sources. So obviously in our industry, because of the proprietary nature and the limited access of such models, there is a need for some open source LLM models. So here's there is a need for the Falcon 40B rise. So I think the past few weeks back, Falcon 40B is are being royalty free for the commercial and the research uses. And yeah, as you can see that on the basis of the leaderboard, Falcon 40B is the top performing model among the Llama, the Stable LM, the Red Pajama, and the MPT. So what's different in the instructor versions from the normal Falcon 40B? So in the instructor versions, they have an improved performance, and here as you can see that it has been uh, trained on the other as I mentioned, it's trained on the by the GPT for the GPT teacher and the 13 million tokens from the refined web corpus. And yeah, that's that. So basically the instructor versions are mainly defined for having a chat conversations. So that's the main reason. So now let's look into the why the Falcon's LLM development process. So here, as I mentioned, that the Falcon models were mainly trained on the Falcon refined web dataset. And I will just share the link for you if you want to check about the refined web dataset. It was also created by the TI and is distributed under Apache 2.0 license. So web was extracted from the common crawl and has been thoroughly curated. TIA claims it is multi-model friendly since they preserve links and all text of the images. So the main thing that I think about the LLM is Falcon is mostly English centric, but they also include the German, Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, Polish, and I think the Swedish language capabilities in it. Since this model has been trained on the web data, so it carries the potential risk of the reflecting the biases and the stereotypes prevalent online. And yeah, there are some also the risk that has been adequately and the implement appropriate mitigations we just need to take when using Falcon 40B in the production environment. Now, let's look into the model architectures and the ability. So, as you can see, as you all know, that the Falcon 40B is basically a transformer-based models. It is basically the encoders only the other models, and they are following the casual language modeling task. So, casual modeling one is where we are just predicting the next tokens on the basis of the sequence of the tokens that has been already provided to the model. So now let's look into the architecture. So here, as you can see that it has a 60 layers. It has 8,192 embedding dimensions, the 64 heads, and 65,000 the vocabulary size, and the sequence length are here 2048. So, as much I remember, so I think GPT 3.5 has been initialized with the token length of 2048 only, and then they increase it to the 4,000, approx around 4,000. So basically, the Falcon are mainly using the three principles here. The first one is the rotary positional embeddings. The second one is on the multi-query attentions and the false attentions, and the third one is basically the multi-layer perceptrons. So let's look into each of them in more details. So the rotatory positional embeddings. So, unlike the traditional positional embeddings, which utilize static vectors to represent the position of tokens in a sequence, rotary embedding encode positional information directly into the attention mechanism. This allows the model to leverage relative positional relationship, thus leading to more contextual understanding and better handling of the longer sequences. Now, when we look into the multi-query and the false and the flash attention. So Falcon 40B also implements a novel attention mechanism by employing this multi-query attention and the false attention. So multi-query attentions allow the model to generate multiple queries for each token, thus better representing the token relationship with other tokens in the sequence. Furthermore, the model uses an internal variant of multi-query with independent key and value pairings per tensor parallel degree, which helps in dealing with high dimensional data by increasing the computational efficiency. Flash attention, on the other hand, is a recent technique that speeds up the calculation of self attention, reducing the complexity of its operations and thereby boosting the overall computational efficiency of the model. Now, the parallel attentions and the MLP with the two layer nodes. So the decoder block and Falcon 40B features this approach. So this structure offers benefits in terms of model scaling and the computational speed. Parallelization of the attention and MLP layers improves the model ability to process large amount of data simultaneously, thereby reducing the training time. Additionally, the implementation of two-layer normalization helps in stabilizing the learning process and mitigating issues related to the internal covariate shift, resulting in a more robust and a reliable model. So, yeah, that's all from my side. I will just share all of the links regarding this Falcon 40B instruct that I found on the web and that I referred. And I will just also share some sample code that I try on my machine, and it takes me around a day for just running a single sequence of questions. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you. If you have any questions, please drop your comment on the chat and the comment box. Thanks.